Rant number 72, Call of Duty is the first-person, third-person shooter video game series franchise. And it made a couple of spin-offs, such as Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty 2 The Big Red One, and so on. The series began on the PC and later expanded to consoles and handhelds. As of November 27, 2009, Call of Duty games had sold 55 million copies for $3 billion in revenue, according to Wikipedia.org. Its primary setting started out in World War II, starting with Infinity War. Now they moved on to modern times with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. As for Treyarch, they moved away from World War II to Vietnam/Cold War era with Call of Duty Black Ops. The games are being published and owned by Activision. I know, right? And everybody knows who the developers are. So I'm not going to give you a list. I'm not going to bore you to death. You can check it out on wikipedia.org. Now, I'll give you 3 quick reasons why I still play Call of Duty games. I still find them enjoyable sometimes, but I'm not as big of a fan I used to be, which is going to be the 3 negative reasons. The first reason is you can play a game with your buddies, your friends, your wife, kids, siblings. You can get in, get out, and you can play the game later on in the evening. It's not Battlefield where it takes you eons to finish the match, which, by the way, they're 2 different franchises, different games as well. Number 2 is the single-player games. Like the single-player story-wise, I'll say Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and Call of Duty 2. They're my favorites. Now, as for the single-player gameplay-wise, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Finest Hour, and Call of Duty 2. They're great. Check them out if you're not a Call of Duty fan. Just give them a shot. You'll see what I'm talking about. And number 3, a former G4 Tech TV show called Arena. If it wasn't for that show alone, I would never, ever got into online gaming. I still do play online games, but not all that much. So, now here comes the 3 reasons why this franchise is going down the toilet. Going down in the manhole and just rotting itself away day by day. The games, ever since Call of Duty 2 was released years ago, which is my personal opinion, Call of Duty 4, fun, but the second most overrated game of the series. World at War, boring, mediocre, broken. Zombies should never be in Call of Duty franchise to begin with. Let's move on. Modern Warfare 2, check out my 2-part rant video. You'll see what I'm talking about. Why it's being the most overrated game of the entire series. One of the most overrated games of all time. Black Ops, Holy Toledo, Holy Rocket Fuel. My goodness. The most balanced Call of Duty game since Call of Duty 2, but the PS3 version of the game is completely inferior level and the PS3 players got screwed. All-time crappy hit detection. Very, very questionable lag in the community, which I'll get to them later. Excuse me. Number 2, developers. Infinity War did a good job in Call of Duty United Offensive, and Call of Duty 2, which I never played the PC version of Call of Duty. I don't know what it's like, but it looks awesome and it's fun. I only have the Call of Duty 2, the Game of the Year edition, from the Xbox 360 exclusive console. I feel that in Call of Duty 4, that's when their egos got really, really big. In Modern Warfare 2, and you saw lots and lots of problems. And now with Modern Warfare 3, Robert Bowling had an interview saying that we want to get back to the basics, make it gun on gun like Call of Duty 4. We're going to support this game. Sledgehammer Games said that. But here's the funny thing, though. If you say you're going to support Modern Warfare 3, then what the hell happened with Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2? You're telling me you didn't support those 2 games at all, because to be honest with you, it's still invested by, I don't know, hackers, glitchers. I mean, it's everywhere. They're everywhere. They're never going to go away. No matter how many patches you put out, they're not going away. So, Treyarch, oh god, them, when it comes to them in Call of Duty games, wow, they're just downright, ugh, they're so. I can't even figure out what to say about them. Treyarch, when it comes to Call of Duty, it's just they're questionable, beyond questionable. Call of Duty 3 single player was boring, let alone Call of Duty 2, the big red one. Yes, they made that game. World at War was boring. The multiplayer was crap later on. Black Ops, the most balanced game, like I said, since Call of Duty 2. But I just listed the problems. But here's the thing I don't understand with Treyarch. Why can't they balance the weapons? Seriously. World at War, MP40. Now, with Black Ops, it's the AK-74U, which they patched, they nerfed it, but I didn't see the difference because they're still the same to me. And the FAMAS, I'm gonna say like this: it's an easy mode. It's a god gun. It's been overpowered since day one, and they quote unquote nerfed it, which by the way they buffed it and made it worse. They made it even more powerful. So, yeah. And one of the worst parts with the Call of Duty games, it feels like it's not fresh. It's not something different, something new. It's basically the same rehash games that y'all and myself been playing like what 4 years now, including I don't know what Modern Warfare 3 is gonna become, but we'll wait and see. But like I said, it feels like it's Madden. It's rehashed. Same thing every year. All like most of the maps suck in different Call of Duty games. Call of Duty 4, the maps aren't classic. World at War sucked, except for Courtyard. Modern Warfare 2, at least 4, were pretty good. And Black Ops, like the first half, let alone 7 maps out of 14 before the map packs, were pretty good. So it's like Infinity Ward don't know what overall game balance is, and Treyarch don't know what weapon balance is. They really don't. Now, they're part of the reason why the franchise is down in the dumpsters, and they have to take feedback somewhere, and it's the Call of Duty community, let alone Fanbase. Which I'm gonna get to you, Call of Duty Fanbase, let alone the community. Y'all are the main reason why Call of Duty is in the dumpsters, just rotting itself away. It's just y'all complain about the stupidest, the littlest things in the world. It's ridiculous. You complain about the steady aim and the marathon perk and Call of Duty Black Ops being overpowered, which I don't see how. Where were you when Modern Warfare 2's Marathon Pro perk was around, where you ran around like Speedy Gonzalez on crack all day, every day? I did not hear you scream bloody murder, bitch, piss, whine about it. No, you didn't. And now everybody's crying about the spy plane, aka recon plane, aka UAV. Oh my god, are you kidding? This is what's come down to. I mean, like I said, the littlest things to the biggest things. That's why Call of Duty community is by far the worst of all time. Okay, they just destroy every fan base out there who are just terrible and just god awful. Okay, Call of Duty have rocked that crown. Okay, and you got a bunch of campers and corner campers, D-bags, a-holes who don't want to play the objectives. They want to kill farm to pat their stats. If you want to do that, go play team deathmatch. Go play free-for-all. And you got a bunch of stupid-ass quick scopers and no scopers, 360, 720, 1080, no scope, quick scope, BS in that game. It's just stupid. They're killing Call of Duty franchise. You guys are killing Call of Duty franchise. It's not just the developers. So, you're the ones giving them these ridiculous ideas. Golly. And this is what's going to go down with Modern Warfare 3. Everyone's going to love it in the first, month or two, then next thing you know, there's going to be wrong with the game and everybody's going to hate it. They're going to go run back to Treyarch and kiss their ass, just like with Black Ops when everybody hated Modern Warfare 2. It had tons of flaws in the game, and they ran back and kissed Infinity War's ass and whatever. The bottom line is, Call of Duty is still a good franchise, but it's just not great. It's not excellent like it used to be. Okay? You hear these Call of Duty fanboys, little frag-headed kids sitting there saying, oh, Battlefield's worse. No, it's you guys. If you want to play a real game, go play games like Killzone 3 or Medal of Honor or Battlefield Bad Company 2, any other shooters that are just as good, not better than Call of Duty, but don't tell them that because they feel Call of Duty is the most realistic ever. And with that, I'm throwing the peace sign. I'm out. Thanks for listening. Get ready for AFC, NFC North.